Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, whereas today you can see I have the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, and I already have the figure out obviously, but I just want to show off the box because I don't normally care about showing off boxes or anything, but the Mafex like Spider-Man stuff is always so cool, and this is my favorite. Because Scarlet Spider is actually my favorite Spider-Man, like Ben Reilly's my favorite, alongside Miles Morales. Yes, even above Peter Parker. For me. I know that's not a popular opinion, but for me, I love them. So, I really like just getting, like, especially love this. Like, I like it more than the black suit box and the regular release box. I'll just show off that black suit. But, like, you see that's right there. I like this artwork a lot more because the Clone Saga is actually one of my favorite comic book arcs because it gave us one of my favorite comic book characters. So yeah, and you just see all the art, all the figure, that stuff. And yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I've been playing with it a little bit. First, we'll show off the accessories. You get the certificate of genuine authenticity. You get the stand, and these stands they're mid, but I'll still use it. Like, I don't have enough Medzco stands, so I will use this, I guess. It's pretty mid, but I'll use it. And then you just get the different types of webs. So, I've never seen these ones before, because I've only gotten 2 Spider-Man figures before. I don't have the Venom or anything like that, so I've seen these. These come with the every other release, and so do these. And then you get like the more swirly webs in this one, which are very nice, and you just slip them into the hands that I'll show you. But yeah, these are really nice webs, and I really like them. I wish that more companies would give us like bendy webs for Spider-Man, because I don't have any bendy webs. And yeah, as you can see, this is how the figure comes, and I put them back just for just to do it, I guess. And it takes a second to open it up, and it's a little loud, so forgive me. But let's pop the figure out, and this is how he comes straight out of the package. You know, he's got the hood up and everything. He's got fists on, and yeah, he just looks really cool. I got this guy straight from Japan, so, and he was here in a very timely fashion for being straight from Japan. And yeah, this guy looks awesome. I love him. I do have 2 gripes about the figure, but I will save those. We'll take a look at the accessories before we really get into the figure. So for accessories, it comes with 3 heads technically, 2 extra heads, and then a head you put on the body. Pull those out. So you come with this head, which is like a more modern, type of head. And then you get the more modern, like, wide-eyed head, which I really like this head, too. And then everyone's favorite, including mine, the 90s, Ben Reilly head for Scarlet Spider. This will be how I'll display it. It'll be a mix between that and this, because I also really like this head. Actually, they're all very nice head sculpts. And then it comes with a pair of feet that have magnets on the bottom, so you can swap out the feet and put it on like a fridge or whatever. And in conjunction with those, you get a pair of wall crawling hands with magnets on them. And one thing about these magnets is I don't think the Mafex magnets really work too well. I mean, in my experience, they've never really done it for me. They don't really stick very well. And then you get the web swinging hands, so you slide the webs in there, you get a pair of those. And then you get web shooting hands, if I can pull these out. You get the web shooting hands, and for the web shooting hands, you slide the little loop of the web around the wrist and put the hand on, and it looks like you're shooting a web. And then you get the just relaxed hands. And then lastly, you get just wall crawling hands that don't have the magnet on them. So that's all for accessories. which are a good amount of accessories. So, but I will say it is missing two things for me for this figure to be perfect. Number one, I think he's missing a extra head sculpt. I would have really liked a Ben Reilly, brown-haired Ben Reilly, or a blonde-haired Ben Reilly, because, you know, he actually dyed his hair after he had this costume, but I still would have liked to have it on him, because I really like the blonde-haired Ben Reilly look. But he used to be a brown-haired, so, but, yeah. And then the hoodie. I wish he would have came with, I wish this would have been a big spider logo, because this was only used in, like, a couple, like cover art. I don't think this was ever actually used in the Clone Saga, if I remember correctly. And I would have liked it to be bigger. And then I also would have really liked a ripped hoodie that you could change out, like with the ripped hood, the ripped sleeves. So I will probably be ordering. I saw a couple people selling some hoodies like that are the same like type of hoodie, but it just is like ripped and then has the big spider logo, which I really like. So yeah, that's very nice. So I'll probably, to make this perfect, it sucks that I have to buy others like people's things to make it perfect, but that's okay, because, you know, the community makes really good stuff. And just taking a look at him, so Ben Reilly's suit is actually just like a wetsuit he threw on, and then threw a makeshift hoodie that already had a spider logo on it, and then he already had a mask, and he already had some web shooters, so yeah. But yeah, so this is just like plain all red underneath, so there's really no need to take this off. But if you wanted to make like a Daredevil custom or something out of this, that would probably work, even though we're getting a Daredevil. I mean, if you can't wait, you could probably do something really well with that. But yeah, and then like the hoodie's got a bendy wire in the actual hood, which is really cool. So I like that. I do wish that these had a bendy wire. They don't. But you can kind of get them flown back, like if you really wanted to. If I could get this one. Ugh. So like if you want them flown back, you can kind of get them flown back. Like, and so that looks pretty cool. And then, you know, you could take the hoodie off, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's no point. And then you got like the belt, which is really nice. You got the bulky web shooters, which I prefer over just like the hidden ones. And then you got the pouches where he'd keep like his impact webbing or whatever. Because he was actually the one that started the impact webbing. So yeah, I really like this figure. You know, you got the logo. I do like this look for Ben. Like, a small logo is cool and all, but I prefer the big logo. But yeah, I think this is a near perfect figure. You know, if someone like Amazing Yamaguchi wanted to make a Ben Reilly or a Miles, though, I would be all over that. Or Mezco would make one of these, because, like, say what you want about Mezco, I think soft goods would really work for this Spidey look. People like to say, you know, it looks like pajamas, but, like, I think that's okay. I don't really mind that. So, yeah, I really like this figure, and we'll get into the articulation. So, for articulation, you can, obviously, the hood, I don't know if you want to consider that articulation, but you can lift it up and down and bows it. You can look down Barry's chin that far, look up that far, which is very good. You got oodles of head tilt, because he's got a neck joint and then a head joint in the neck, so yeah. And then the arms can go up to there, go back that far, forward that far. You know, you can push it farther if you push it in, though, so you gotta like kind of, so yeah. So I think your arms don't go all the way down your side like a normal Spidey, like the classic comic Spidey will, but this is, I mean, it's probably because of the hoodie hinders a little bit of it, so this is okay. And then you got a 90-degree bend. There's a hinge at the wrist, but I don't use them anymore because I've broken the one on my first Spider, well, not my first one, but the classic Spidey, so I broke it on him and I had to get a replacement. So I really don't want to do that because I can't get a replacement. I ordered this guy through eBay. And then you got ab crunch that deep. It's not bad, but for like Mafex, I feel like you expect more. And then you can go back that far. Again, not bad, but for Mafex, I feel like you expect a little bit more than like, I feel like that's like Marvel Legends amount of crunch, you know, which isn't exactly an insult, but, and then you got torso tilt. You can tilt that far in, you know, you got good movement in there. You can twist it. And then for the legs, you can kick out that far. And full, you know, transparency. I did have to put some shock oil in here and, you know, lube that up and get it all in it because it was very, very tight and I was scared of breaking it. So, yeah. And then, yeah, you can kick out that far. You can kick forward that far, kick back that far. Like I said, kick out, because if you drop down your hips, you kick out more. And then you get double jointed knee, but the muscles run into each other, so you can't quite kick your butt. And then you get, you know, good hinge at the ankle. You can get rocker, get whatever you want out of that. And then you get toe articulation, which I think Marvel Legends has better toe articulation, which is crazy. But, you know, you don't really need as crazy as Marvel Legends toe articulation goes, but, you know, I guess it'd be nice. You can make him break his toe or something. But, yeah, this guy is pretty cool. Now we'll get into some size comparisons. Let me, just get him all nice and vanilla posed. We'll pull his hood down, put him right in the middle. And then we'll get into our size comparisons. Okay, and for size comparisons, we're going to start out with the Mafexes. And I'm going to do all my Spider-Man figures first. These aren't all my Spider-Man figures in my collection, but these are some of my favorites and just some that I thought would be cool to compare him with. So first we're going to go the Mafex, you know, classic comic book version. And the Scarlet Spider seems a little taller, which for a clone, I don't know if that's good, but like also I'm okay with that because that means he'll blend in with my Marvel Legends a little bit better. So I really like this. I mean, I'm fine with this height because I feel like Scarlet Spider is a little just, I'm fine with him being a little bit taller. But also, there's the black suit. And obviously I don't have his legs put together, so I'll put them together. And yeah, they're about the same size, so this works. And yeah, so we'll just see what they look like. Ugh, the figures are just going to fall over. Let me try to get him posed up a little bit better. We'll do that. So next we'll do some other Spider-Man figures. We're going to do the Sentinel Toys Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse. Because this is the only Miles figure I have for now. But, yeah. And the only reason this is the only Miles figure I have for now is because I don't think Marvel Legends makes the greatest Miles figures, except for the one that I will be having, which is a grail of mine. And I think the Mafex one is really cool, and I really like that, and I want to buy that eventually. And then next we're going to go Amazing Fantasy 15 Spidey, just so you could see, you know, this is like a younger Spidey, and that's a pretty good, you know, because he's younger. So if you wanted to do, I'm going to definitely put him in a Spider-Verse display, so that's why I'm doing that. Next, we're going to go with two figures that are not Marvel Legends or anything like that. We're going to go a Toy Biz Spider-Man and a Lego Spider-Man. And I do actually have him in my Spider-Verse display. I have both of these guys in it, even if he's all scuffed up. This is one of my old toys. So yeah, this guy's pretty cool for his time. He's got pretty good articulation for back then. And then next, we have his Marvel Legends counterpart. Not the Scarlet Spider, but his other Spider-Man, when he's actually Spider-Man. You know, this figure. I will probably be picking up the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider eventually, because I really do like that figure. And yeah, these guys are actually pretty good in height, so this will work. They're about the same height, so that's pretty cool. And then next we're going to go my last Marvel Legend of the day. My favorite Wolverine, because I just feel like I like when he teams up with people. I like, you know, and if we could figure out how to make how to get like a good version of a 90s Peter Parker from like, you know, all of those, you know, stories, I would really like to put them in a team up because I think that's cool. I like those stories. They're cool. And next we're gonna go Mezco, Deadpool, the X-Force version, which I really like this guy. He's one of my favorite Mezcos. He just poses like very well for a Mezco. And then we're gonna go my favorite Mafex up until this point. I think he gives him a run for his money, is the Nightwing. And I think he only gives him a run for the money because he's taller and he has like a more proportioned head to like, you know, other lines, Mezco, Marvel Legend, what have you. But this guy still blends in pretty well. And then next we have probably my favorite Mezco. I mean, I still haven't decided yet until I get some other Mezcos. I can't really say. You know, he's my favorite Mezco that I own right now. We got the Batman, Supreme Knight, Blue Batman. And I just, you know, they're pretty good. Pretty good size discrepancy there. Batman's bigger, which he should be. Batman's a big guy. And then next we have 2 more figures left. And, you know, they don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, this is not like a big thing. I just wanted to kind of show off, you know. I just like showing off this guy. And then we'll put him on the stand. So he's actually a little bit, you know, about the same size, maybe a little bit taller than the Mezco Constantine, which is cool. And then we have the Mezco Wolverine, which, yeah, he's shorter. He's not tall. He's too tall, but even still, I say that every time I bring this guy out. He is too tall, but still, he's cool and he works. I mean, if you want to fudge him into a display, he really works. So yeah, that is the Scarlet Spider, Mafex Scarlet Spider, you know. This is a very great figure, and I'm glad to finally have a good Scarlet Spider. Like I said, a couple things with him are I had to oil up some of the joints, you know. I had to oil up the elbows and stuff. I had to oil up the inner thigh area. I had to oil all that stuff up and get it to knot so it would actually move, so I wasn't scared of breaking it. But yeah, I mean, I wish he came with a couple hoodies, swappable hoodies, and a Ben Reilly head. But besides that, I think this guy's pretty freaking cool, you know. He moves great. He's awesome. This is my personal favorite look for a Spider character at all. Followed up by, you know, probably Miles, and then, you know, Classic Spidey. I mean, Classic Spidey's cool, but these guys are just, I like them better. I like their looks better. I mean, they're never going to be, like, definitively better than Peter Parker, but I enjoy them more than Peter Parker for the most part. You know, looks-wise, you know, characters-wise. Especially with the new stuff. Well, not new stuff for Ben. New stuff for Ben's bad, but, like, new stuff for Miles, and then older stuff for Ben. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to buy a ripped up hoodie for this guy. And one with a big symbol, because that's what I really want for him. But he will work very well in a Spider-Verse display, you know, or just a Spider-Man team-up. You want to team him up with the black suit. You want to team him up with Classic Peter. You want to team him up with Miles. You know, we'll put Peter in there, you know. Stop. You're not going to be as good as me, bro. We'll do something like that. But yeah, these guys are awesome together, so they're actually really cool to pair up. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really recommend buying this guy. I recommend buying this guy too, but I really recommend buying this guy. So, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.